All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I am back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. So this channel is called Live Narc Free, where it is all about getting free and staying free after dealing with narcissistic abuse. Okay, you guys, so I don't know if I touched on this topic or not, but I am going to touch on it now because I know that a lot of people could be dealing with childhood traumas or, working through overcoming childhood traumas. And, because that the unresolved grief or the unresolved pain hasn't dissipated or is just still there, it could be affecting not only your friendships, relationships, and also, business partnerships or whatever. So I just kind of want to talk a little bit more on how it could show up and, some things that you can do to kind of help work through that. And before I do get into the video, I just wanted to say, if you are reaching out for like a support session or, my 90-day coaching program, if you want to chat with me or anything like that, you don't need to have like insurance or anything like that. Just a heads up. I know a couple of people did reach out to me in regards to that, but no, you don't need to have insurance. This is more of like a private practice. If you do have insurance, it will definitely be acknowledged, but it's not a requirement. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. So anyway, so yeah, let's kind of talk a little bit about how childhood traumas can show up in our romantic relationships. And I did get this inspiration from Instagram. And make sure, if you guys have not already, make sure that you do follow me on Instagram at LiveNarcFree and like my Facebook page at LiveNarcFree as well. And subscribe to the channel. All right. So you guys, one way that, our childhood traumas can show up in our romantic relationships is we could often feel worried that our partners are cheating. And if any of these resonate, give the video a like or leave a comment below. Let me know which one resonates with you the most, or if you do this, or if your partner's doing this. But anyway, yeah, you could feel like, your partner's always cheating because, you feel insecure, or you feel that because you've been hurt in the past or hurt by your parents, you may feel that everybody else is going to hurt you, or it's like you don't trust people often, or, you could just really have your guard up like overly, So you just want to be mindful to, not allow your ego or your inner critic to get the best of you and make you say and do things that can actually be harmful to your relationship. All right, so the next thing is that you could oftenly over apologize or take blame. I know that this is something that I did in the past, over apologizing often. And I actually did make a video talking about what other phrases you can say to help you with, over apologizing. So if you want to watch that video after this, that would probably be great. But anyway, yeah, you could do this because, again, you just want to feel accepted, you want to feel approved, or you want everything to go right, or you don't want any conflict, or you don't want to speak up for yourself, or you know maybe you're like a people pleaser, you could be a doormat, a person that a pushover. I don't know if I said pushover, but yeah, that can be your personality type. And it's just, that's the way you've been grown to be or raised to be, where you put others before you, or you take responsibilities for other people's actions, their feelings and their emotions, and you take it on as if it's your own. And I know a lot of empaths, we do deal with that, but there is a way of protecting yourself from doing that, right? And I do want to make a video about that as well, and not unless I've already made one, but either way, I'll link it below. So hopefully that made sense. So yeah, don't blame yourself. And like, if you're in a relationship and you know that you didn't do anything wrong, don't take on the blame, and don't overly apologize. Only apologize if you have done something wrong, and only take the blame if you know deep in your heart you have done something wrong, right? Don't do it overly, or just because you don't want the relationship to end, or just because you don't want to be by yourself and stuff like that, right? All right, so the next thing is that you could be skeptical of everyone that you hang out with, when you're dating or in a relationship or even in a marriage or whatever, or even friends too. But the thing that I will say about this, it is good to, have your boundaries, have your a protection mechanism to a certain degree. Me personally, I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they prove me wrong. So if the person that you're with or you're dating or you have a crush with or somebody that you're connecting with hasn't done anything to make you second guess them or giving you a red flag or, made you feel otherwise, then, definitely just try to, overcome that demon or overcome that insecurity or, just if it's something that you need help working out, or like if you feel like you can't trust people, maybe you might want to talk to a coach or a therapist or a counselor to kind of help you, work through what's coming up for you in terms of, being skeptical of everyone. Because I know the other thing too, because I resonate with that, because you could have been, of course, we've been traumatized by the narcissist, or whether it's, it was a family member, a partner, a boss, or a friend, or a sibling, whatever. And so you could feel like you're waiting for the next thing to happen. So you could have like CPTSD, or you could have hypervigilance, or you could be you could be feeling hyper aroused all the time, or again you're just waiting for the next thing. So you just kind of want to keep that in mind and help kind of quiet your thoughts and understand that not everybody is out to hurt you. So, or not everybody is like the narcissist, because I do know that the term narcissist has become very, very popular, but you just want to make sure that not everybody is a narc. So just keep that in mind. So the other thing is that you could feel like, you're a burden and that you're too much for people. And for some, you might be, like it could just be you still have more healing to do. You still have more recovery to do. Now, if that's the case, you probably don't want to be in a relationship. Like I said, I don't want to tell nobody what to do. But if you feel like, you just have so many emotions, so many demons, so many insecurities, so many things that is just making it hard for you to function in a relationship or to cooperate or to collab and to really be there mentally, emotionally, you might want to do some more inner healing, just saying. And, especially if you feel like you're a burden or like you're too much, or you could feel like you have too much baggage or you have too much drama or you have too much hurt or too much pain, or you could feel like you're too damaged, and keep working on yourself, basically. All right. So the other thing is how childhood traumas can show up in our romantic relationships. Could be believing that no one will love you. And I know for me, I didn't really feel this way, but I felt like I wasn't going to find anybody else after dealing with the narcissist. But of course that's not true. But that was just something that was in my mind. And because of dealing with the abuse for a very long time, not just from the male narc, but from my aunt, and, dealing with the borderline for about 4 months, that can cause you to have different belief systems and to make you feel and to think things that aren't true. So just understand someone else will love you, but you always have to remember that if you don't love you, then no one else is going to do that. So you have to make sure that you love yourself first, right? All right, and then the last thing is that you could a way in which your childhood traumas can show up in your romantic relationships is if you lash out or you become overly aggressive during a conflict. So it's like you're almost like a ticking time bomb, or you're just waiting to get upset with someone, or just like you're waiting for the conflict, you're waiting for the argument. You want to hurt someone because you feel so hurt. So you just want to be mindful. And so if you're wondering, you're like, Joy, so what do I do? Again, what you want to do, if you're already in a relationship, just make sure you share this with your partner and tell them that, you're dealing with some childhood traumas, and you want to make sure that you can get some books that you can read to kind of help, with that recovery process. I know that there was a book that I linked below where it was the Inner Child Workbook. I highly recommend getting that if you want to work more on your inner childhood traumas. And also you can get my book too. I do talk about that as well in my book. But you also might want to get you like a coach, a counselor, or a therapist, somebody that can help you work through the past hurts, the unresolved grief, and the unresolved pain that you could be dealing with. And, maybe again, you're going to have to work through that codependencies. You're going to have to learn forgiveness. You're going to have to learn acceptance, and you have to rebuild your identity back up. You you have to grieve that childhood that you never had and you never will get. And that is a painful thing to tell, someone's 5-year-old, someone's 9-year-old self, someone's 10-year-old self, because as children, we want to think the best of not only of other people, but of our parents. And a lot of us, if you dealt with narcissistic abuse, you could have had a narc parent, or narc in-law, and someone that really took advantage of you, someone that betrayed you, someone that rejected you, or just emotionally was not available. And what you could be doing now is seeking out partners that could remind you of your parents, which you can actually be repeating the same cycle of abuse and trauma. So you just kind of want to keep that in mind. But yeah, you really got to work on the codependency, building back your self-esteem, building back your sense of self-worth, and you have to reparent yourself at this point. And I did actually make a course where I did talk about reparenting yourself. So if you guys again want to learn more about reparenting yourself, so that way you can be free of the past, have peace of mind of the past, and to be more productive in your life, and maybe have, whether it's having a relationship with your parents or not, making peace with that, and then just kind of just moving forward and letting go of things that could hold you back. Because actually, you guys know childhood traumas can hold you back from actually moving and progressing and being constructive in your life, because a lot of times we're still angry with our parents, or we're still angry at things that happened to us when we were younger. We haven't dealt with it, and so it shows up in our romantic relationships. And what it does is it ends up ruining those relationships. So it's like we can never be happy, or we can never have peace with anyone else, because we don't have peace with the past, if that makes sense. So if this is you, make sure you acknowledge it, you accept it, and just take the action and do what needs to be done to help you to overcome this challenge. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful, you guys. I would love to know what was your biggest takeaway, and I would also love to know if this is something that you're dealing with, and how you're handling it as well. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Make sure that you do give this video a like, share, and subscribe. Share this video, you guys, with someone if you feel like it can help them and bless them. And like I said, don't forget, you can if you want more support on this, you can definitely check out my course called Reparenting Yourself course. It is a video series course where it's like self-study, where I walk you through step by step on how to basically reparent yourself and to work through your particular traumas, overcoming generational curses, and basically rebuilding your identity, rebuilding yourself back up. So anyway, let me know if you'd like to learn more about that. You can send me an email at livenarcfree9@gmail.com, and you can put I want to learn more about the Reparenting Yourself course, and I could definitely send it over to you and all that good stuff. So anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.